You know, I really liked Andrew.
I know.
He called me, I guess I'm going to estimate about 2 months ago, Andrew did. And he said, just wanted to tell you that I appreciate everything that you've done for me. And said, you did sell the note, didn't you? And to the house. And I said, yeah. And he said, well, who to? And I said, well, Arnwall. He knew all that, you know. And so he might have had some other questions, don't know. But anyway, it came to me later, well, was he going to do this sort of thing? He said, because he said, I've always liked you. And I said, well, I do you too, Andrew. We've been good friends. And I wondered if he thought, well, he was going to do this thing, but if the house was mine, he might not would do it. I don't know what he had in mind, you know, but I guess it's destroyed that house. I rode by there one time, and I hadn't been back by. I guess it's boarded up or whatever now. So, wonder what he does have in mind.
I don't know. Do you have any paperwork from your transaction?
Well, I don't have it except when, I guess I've got it behind me. My files is all...
And why did they want to buy Andrew's mortgage? Do you know?
Well, we was discussing it one time. We went out to eat some alone, and we was discussing, well, what we, because they have some houses, and of course, and I do, and I have at times vacancies and all. We was just discussing that, and I said, I had this, somebody else had contacted me about buying the note, you know. And
do you know who that was?
No, I sure don't, honey. She has problems with tenants like everybody does, and, you know, you discuss that sometimes.
Sure.
So, but I never discussed anything like that with Arla because I didn't know him that well.
As technically, he never paid you for the mortgage, correct?
No. Matter of fact, so at this point, I'm wondering if Arnold might be trying to get out of paying the note, huh? You think? Or
that's what we're thinking. We don't know.
At that time, I never did harass him or push him in any way to pay because I felt like he just couldn't. Andrew would tell me along, you know, that they were really after him, which I thought there might be.
They were. They harassed him and gave him a really hard time for...
I thought so. I really thought so. But, Lord, I wonder what's going to be the end of it. I guess I can make do if I don't get my pay, you know. So I just felt sorry for Andrew. I know that it's just like he'd gone as far as he could go, and then he thought there was no other alternative, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
he was pushed pretty hard. To that point.
How about with the city? The city was pushing him, I bet.
They never let up on him.
They never let up on him? Never did. Well, you know, to keep the tax people from taking the house, I think it was 4 years' taxes I paid that he had not paid. And it amounted to something like somewhere between $7,000 and $8,000. And I paid that because I didn't want they could foreclose. You know, I think he had a notice to that effect, and I think maybe I did too. And that, of course, was before I sold the note.
Mm-hmm. We just want to prove that what they did to Andrew was wrong, and that they need to stop vilifying him publicly, you know, and just let it rest and stop making him out.
Absolutely. Are they really still nasty?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm on Andrew's side. If I was going to take a side, I'm taking Andrew's side.
Well,
and I would have helped him. I would have helped him out of this financial situation somehow, some way.
well,
How'd you meet him? Just through this controversy here?
On a political campaign in the area.
Yeah. Okay.
But
okay.
He was a good person.
I thought he was, and you know, he's smart. He was a college graduate. I mean, he was a smart guy. But if there's anything I could do to help his situation, I would be willing to, you know, because I liked him so well. We always got along wonderful. We really did.
Wow. He talked very highly of you. I understand. That's all
Yeah.
Andrew wanted, was to be left alone.
I know.
So,
But I don't know how they were harassing him. Maybe through the mail or calling or...
they had police pull him over all the time.
Sure did. I believe they had him, yeah, marked and looking for him.
Yep. Any way they could.
I believe it.
So.
Well, honey, I hope they can do something about that. It's not going to bring Andrew back. But...
No, it won't. But, you know, I really believe in Andrew and what he was fighting for. Like you said, you know, property rights and your will and freedom to do.
Absolutely.
And so I promised him that I wouldn't let this go. And so I'm going to do everything I can.
Well, I appreciate you for doing that.
And,
ooh, I'm just so disgusted with the city. I just felt I was on his side. I thought they was giving him a hard time, and it was unfair.
mm-hmm.
So if I'd be willing to speak out if I could.